I am in Lucerne, Switzerland at the famous Lion Monument. This large and unique monument depicts a dying lion carved into the wall of a former sandstone quarry. The lion commemorates the Swiss guards who died defending the French King Louis XVI during the French Revolution. A regiment of Swiss guards accompanied King Louis XVI on his move from Versailles to the Tuileries Palace, which was right in the center of Paris, in 1791. As the revolution progressed, on August 10, 1792, an insurrection broke out as thousands of revolutionaries stormed the palace, and the Swiss guards were the only line of defense. While the royal family was able to get out of the palace, just to get captured and executed later on, the Swiss guards were completely overwhelmed. They had little ammunition and could not hold off the insurrectionists, so about 760 of them were killed that day at the Tuileries Palace, which was devastating to folks back home in Switzerland, especially since hundreds of them were massacred after they had already surrendered. But around 200 more of them died in prison or were killed during the September massacres in the following month. Major Karl Joseph von Bachmann survived the Tuileries, but was formally guillotined in his Swiss Guard uniform later on. These men were hired by the French royal family from the Swiss cantons, so back in their homeland, this beautiful but somber memorial was built. Actually, a lot of the fundraising came from other European royal houses. It was completed in 1821. The regal lion is depicted here dying from a spear wound in his back. It is inscribed above the lion, "To the loyalty and bravery of the Swiss." The names of the officers killed are listed below the lion. Mark Twain visited the Lion Monument during his travels, and in his travelogue A Tramp Abroad, he described this monument as, quote, "the most mournful and moving piece of stone in the world." Also located here at the monument is the Glacier Garden, a really interesting old school attraction that I was very impressed with. Make sure to take a look at my video on that linked in the description. This is a fascinating monument. The sad lion in stone is certainly worth visiting here in Lucerne. Just across from the Lion Monument is the Alpineum. This building used to house the Lion Monument Museum, but in 1901 it became the Alpineum, featuring a big old diorama of the Swiss Alps. I would have loved to go inside the museum and see it, but it didn't seem that they allow photography inside. Hopefully they'll change that rule and I'll stop in next time. I got lunch at the nearby restaurant Caravel, and they had some good schnitzel. The Bourbaki panorama is also nearby. It is a cyclorama featuring a pretty depressing scene from the Franco-Prussian War. I did see it and have a separate video on that. I also have a video showing some other spots in Lucerne like the famous Chapel Bridge, and that is also linked in the description. Now let's go visit one of Lucerne's historic churches. This is the Hofkirche, one of the city's largest and oldest churches. The Hofkirche was built between 1633 and 1639. Now this was actually the site of an authentic Roman basilica, but it burned down in 1633. The Hofkirche is also known as the Church of St. Leodegar, and it used to operate as a monastery. Maybe it still does. Apparently this was one of the few Roman Catholic churches built north of the Alps during the 30 Years' War. The inside of this church is incredible. There's lots of wonderful late Renaissance German style artwork and ornaments. Next to the church there are plenty of old graves. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly had a great time exploring this magnificent city. If you did, then please like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Also check out my arsenal of other videos featuring historic locations, museums, roadside attractions, natural wonders, and much more here in Europe and in America. As mentioned, I filmed several other videos in the Lucerne area. Some are linked in this video's description. Thanks for watching.